That was Hardy. That was all Hardy.
That's more a Hardy production more than anything else.
One of my jobs early on was to not only work on the midday show, but provide production elements for other shows. And it was kind of falling into a rut. I'm like, yeah, I could just do the same thing again this week, but I think the audience probably deserves something more, and I needed something else to keep my attention going.
And he said, puppets. Felger and Maz puppets. And we went, oh, we like that.
I heard that cut, and there's only one word that came to mind. That is PUD.
So I remember going to the bosses and saying, yeah, I want to have puppets made. How much are they? They're like $1,000. What are you, out of your mind?
He came back to us and said, here's what they cost. And Mike said, well, let's write the checks. I said, I agree, we'll do it.
So Felder and Maz wrote the checks to have the puppets made. I had to take all these different photos of them to have it, sent off. And then months later, the puppets show up, and sure enough, that one's Felger, that one's Maz, that one's Murray. I mean, they look like them. So, okay, now what? I don't know. Right? Now I got to figure out what to do with these things. So I set up my phone on a tripod in the studio, got underneath the desk, and I don't have any, puppeteering training. Just kind of figure it out. It was kind of like starting sports radio. How do you do 4 hours of sports talk? I don't know, but now I got to figure it out.
He would put so much into it. There'd be times we'd walk into the studio with like 5 minutes before the show would start, and he's in there like the puppeteer and basically doing this whole thing. He's like, I'm not done yet.
Oh, have you seen some of the photos? I was just gonna say that, Murray. Go ahead.
Hardy was, some of the ideas he came up with and the way he learned how to use the puppets was incredible.
It's not coming from outer space, it's coming from near Earth orbit. And you can't tell within 12 days when it's going to hit?
First of all, I didn't do anything. This was the Chinese government that did this.
Do you know how clueless we are as humans when it comes to these things?
Yes. And then started getting help from, the video team, and really learning from them, like what makes a good edit, what makes a good shoot.
Watching the Bengals head coach Zach Taylor's press conference, a reporter just asked if he could confirm a Patriots employee was videotaping their play calls at the last game.
And then allowing them to just take it and shoot it for me and do the edits, which, looked a lot better. There was still something fun about every once in a while going back and doing a real lo-fi one just on my phone and using the editing thing, because sometimes you want it to look a little crappy. That's part of the humor.